If you had to choose between Team Minho or Team Day, or maybe Team Kitty as well at this point, as an audience, okay, this is Sang Heon speaking and not Minho. Who would you root for?
Team Minho because, well, I mean, I was Team Minho. I'm not sure about that. You know what? I'm not sure about that. Like, for
But
me,
listen, I have an explanation for that. I feel that he resisted up until she said that okay, we have broken up.
I like that. That was funny.
Are you open to doing Korean drama? Welcome to India today. I have to tell you that people have really loved you as Minho, and I'm so glad that you got that opportunity. I was going through all your interviews, and I was wondering what new to ask. Everyone has almost asked everything.
It's fine. Just do whatever you wanted to ask, or
But no,
feel
but I
free.
have to. But firstly, I want to know. I saw that you were traveling a lot recently. You went to the French studio. You went to so many places, right?
I did.
Did you have any fan experience where people have walked up to you and said that, hey, how are you? Like Minho, can you say that dialogue? Like, have you had those experiences?
So yeah, I definitely had experiences with fans, interactions with fans, throughout America. So in this case, LA and New York. And yeah, I've been getting so much the warm feeling from the fans really. And I'm so grateful for all of them really because every time they approach me with these glowing eyes and their beaming smiles. And it's so lovely to see that every time. And uh it did really get overwhelming, I think, but hopefully I'll get used to it more and hopefully and plus again like I want to mention that I never say no to a photo. I usually say yes to all of it, but it really depends. Like if I'm in a hurry that I really gotta go, but I most of the times I never say I well not most of the times I haven't said no to a photo yet. So
This is like a
yeah,
disclaimer that if at all you say it really just means that you are in hurry. It
yeah,
doesn't mean that you don't want to be away. But
yeah.
I have seen a shift in the way people are even looking at your character or just you as an actor as well. So I have to begin with first. I was so happy to see that. I knew actually that a season two will come. I mean, they have to leave it at that cliffhanger only for season two to come. I mean, there was no way it wouldn't have. But tell me, when do you begin shooting? Because that is something fans would really love to know. When do we expect? What's the timeline like?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. See, because of the writer's strike going on, if you know about the
Of
WGA strike,
course, yeah.
um, because of the strike happening at the moment, it's not exactly easy for them to just reach a conclusion where it's just like, oh, like now now we can just go start write the script. No, it doesn't happen like that. So until the strike is over, we have to wait until they all just figure out how to um make the conclusion right, and then after that then they'll write a script. So at the moment, we did hear from them, from the network and everyone saying that, oh, like, um, season two will happen. So that's good news for us. But the scripts and everything and the
It will
storyline,
take time.
yeah, we
Wow.
have no idea because again, the writers are on strike. So
But we are ready to wait. I mean, I really am curious to know where the story heads. But I am always curious to know if you had to choose between Team Minho or Team Day, or maybe Team Kitty as well at this point, like out of these three teams, as an audience, okay? This is Sang Won speaking and not Minho. Who would you root for?
well, I mean, I remember watching the whole season again the fourth time as an audience point of view. I think I am Team Minho because, well, I mean, I was Team Minho until um the last episode on the last scene. It's like it's a very delicate situation for Minho really because I was rooting for him because he's a friend where he's loyal friend he's loyal to his friends. He take cares of his friends, and but at the same time, he's trying to juggle with his own relationship between his love life and his mother and his friends and everyone. And it seems like he had been through a lot, whereas he didn't get enough love towards his family or something. In this season, like you can see that he was really loyal towards his friends, but his friends weren't exactly warm towards him.
Yeah.
And his relationship status was always complicated, and he got hurt again, but he just doesn't act like he got hurt. He just tries and tell himself like, don't worry about it, it's okay, like let's just move on and everything. I feel like Minho should really deserve some sort of real relationship. He should really experience one before he, moves on to his life when he grows up. Like I think everyone needs to at least experience a love moment and a breakup moment, and every one of those really.
Completely, you're resonating exactly what I felt when I watched Minho's character arc. Because
Yeah,
at the beginning it feels like he's a superficial character because it's all on
yeah,
the surface. But the more you dig into it, the more you see different facades and different phases of him. And yet, like, it's not enough for you to know exactly who he is, but you are wanting to know more. And that is why I feel he's such an interesting character. And a
oh
dialogue which I, yeah,
yeah,
tell me,
but
what
so,
were you
so
saying?
basically so basically I remember how I mentioned about I rooted for him until the last scene in the episode of last episode. The way how he confessed his love towards his best mate's ex. I'm not sure about that. You know what? I'm not sure about that. Like for
But
me,
listen, I have an explanation for that. I feel that he resisted up until she said that okay, we have broken up. So he did not confess till that point. But the moment she says that hey, we have broken up, then he feels
yeah,
that okay,
but
maybe I should just put my cards out. I think
I don't
that's
know.
that's fair.
Fair enough. But like, yes, he did follow the rules, I guess. But he did break the bro code between his friend. But there also the reason why I think maybe he just went for it is because he finally was to be able to have the courage to be selfish and not
Hmm.
care about his friends, but more care about himself first. So I mean, you know what? I mean, I don't know. I don't know who I should be rooting for right now, but it's more like I hope, Minho, in this point, since we're talking about Minho, I hope Minho finds something that he truly wants. And because like he's been through a lot. I mean, his friends were not exactly supportive about him. And remember how they pushed him against the wall. Like best friends don't do that. Best friends don't doubt each other. Like, but
Yeah.
clearly his friend doubted Minho first. So you know what, go be
It's a
selfish.
fair game. Yeah, it's a fair game. I'm telling you as an audience's point of view at the moment. But I think a dialogue which really sums up how the audience was in sync with Minho's character is exactly the line which you tell Kitty, which is that I think I fell in love with you a little bit or a lot. I think that is exactly how it starts for the audiences as well. But you are very different in ways when it comes to the character that you're playing. Like as Sang Heon, you're very different. For example, the basic moral compass in itself is so different, right? You are debating over the fact that oh my god, Minho sort of broke the bro code that usually is there amongst guys. I want to know, was it difficult? Also, the confidence level. I mean, I really want to be Minho at some point in my life to just walk in the room and feel the most amazing person ever, whether or not someone else believes it. But it is very difficult to channel that kind of energy from within. Did it take a while for you to sort of get used to the energy of Minho as well? Because I believe it is very difficult.
Well, I mean, it's like for me, I a lot of my friends and the cast members say who's the most similar to their character, and they all point towards me, which I kind of find it, I'm like, okay, I'll take that as a compliment, because obviously that means that I channeled one of my parts of the personality well and enhanced it towards the character to portray Minho. So I take it as a compliment. I'm not, but I gotta agree, some parts of the scenes are me. and some parts of the scene isn't me. So although like there are parts where so I would say like, so the way how I played that character was one, I tried to be as confident as I can. So like instead of like taking all the ego out and being humble, I put all of that in like I was just being the
Yeah.
cocky guy, and I just wanted to, and I also imagine Minho would be like me, but younger in
Hmm.
high school, and so but with so much confidence and with so much pride with himself. And I think that's what I would have been if I was in high school, if I had all that great uber confidence and like go around talking to girls a lot, or
Yeah.
like being um confined with myself or pride about myself. Then yeah, I think that that's how I imagine myself would be, and that's how I played the character really.
But that was really wonderful because I feel that did you look into the mirror and tell yourself, like, did you jam like that, or was that the process that you look into the mirror and tell yourself that you are the best, you are the most amazing person in the world? Like, you have to believe in it so much to be able to portray it like this, right? Was that the process? Did it take a while for you?
Well, I didn't really specifically say that to myself when I looked at the mirror. Very, very specific example, but I like that. That was funny. Um, I think no, I think for me, it just no, I think it wasn't too hard for me because I just wanted to. I think I just again, I thought it was easy for me to do it because it is me, except I just need to be more confident, and I just
Correct.
need to act young. And from acting young, you have a lot of unspoken confident personality, right? You think everything you say
I
is
don't
right.
know.
I mean, yeah, like I think when you're young, like as in when you're in high school, you have this mentality where, oh, everything I say is right. I believe in what I say. I believe in myself, all that. They're very just
Hmm.
like there's an unspoken confident rule personality about it. And I just portrayed that into the character really. It wasn't too hard, I just again acted like me, but young, but more confident, just adding a bit more factors into it, basically.
Just with his character, which is amazing. But how much do you, as an actor, I believe that we are always, I mean, I've seen actors who are very critical of their performances. Like, they'll watch something and they'll always feel that, oh my God, I could have done this better. Are you someone who's very critical as well? And how do you look at feedback? Because not every feedback is going to be good. I mean, you'll also
Mm.
get some constructive criticism. How do you look at that?
Feedback, right? I think it's the same way how I approach. I mean, similar to the way how I approach comments or critical reviews. If the review's good, if the comment is good about the show or me or the character or the acting, whatever, I'll read it. Sure, motivates me,
Hmm.
definitely great.
Hmm.
But if the comments are negative, they talk about shit about Minho or me or the character or the show, I never read it. I'll be like, why bother read it? If I read it, my whole day will just feel bad about myself. So I don't
Hmm.
bother reading. Although, if it's a feedback, not a negative one, but even okay, sure. I think usually feedbacks from a director or some other actor, it's not about a negative feedback. It's more like supporting feedback. Like let's just say that director was like, that was good, although let's try it this way and let's take this emotion out, let's
Yeah.
put it more into this. That is not negative. For me, it's like, oh, great feedback. Let me try this, and then I'll just try harder.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's how I
Makes
deal
sense.
with that sort of feedback. And then there's another way, obviously, the way I just mentioned about dealing with comments or reviews that are
You,
critical,
you
negative.
you saw an exponential growth when it comes to your social media as well. Have you
Mhm.
gotten used to all the attention that you've been getting? Because there are, like, literally reels. I can tell you there are these YouTube shorts where people are literally thirst trapping over you. I mean, the comments are really, sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, guys, like, how do you even think of these comments? But it can be overwhelming because suddenly all the attention is on you. Did it take a while? Are you good at taking compliments now? Like, how do you look at those things when you read something which could be like a thirst trap comment about you? How do you take it?
I mean, the YouTube videos, the clips, the TikTok videos. I don't do TikTok, but I seen TikTok videos my friend sent me. Um, Instagram reels, posts, mentions. I've seen it all. I think, well, not all of it, but I've seen most of it. I'm just grateful for what for how they made it, and first of all, I was just a little thinking, why would they make this? Like, well, whoa, this is what they do. This is so weird. This is so cool. This is so wow, like they take because
Yeah,
I was really appreciative because you take your time and effort to make that. So
yeah,
I was like, I'm glad that I'm happy that the fans love me. That's all I was caring about. Yeah, it was a little, weird to get used to, with the whole blow up with the social media. But now I'm more used to it. And again, I always believe that, humans are capable of adapting quickly.
true.
So we are made to do that. So um I think that's why I just always keep telling myself, adapt to this thing, whatever, and get
But
used
no,
to
I saw, and you know what? I feel you're blessed with the right team as well because while your Instagram was exploding, like literally,
it.
I saw so many people from your cast members, be it the writer, they were really cheering you on, and that doesn't happen too often in this industry, especially. So I believe that you are surrounded by the best. But tell me a bit about that team as well. How has the equation evolved with Min-young? He's such a experienced actor in himself, and then of course your sister, you work with her on the show. Tell me a bit about that dynamics. Is it possible to keep your sibling relationship aside when you're on set working as professionals?
Well, it wasn't weird working with my sister because, well, I mean, one, we weren't exactly, we didn't really have a lot of scenes together. So, but although I think it wasn't weird at all, it was just more like we were excited for each other, and we were just extremely lucky that there was a family member with us that
Mhm.
works together, and then for that, like I think we really took advantage of it, as in like, um, for instance, like we could just make jokes, or we can be like as playful as we can as brothers and sisters, and
Mhm.
also
Yeah.
it's also like let's just say there are things about the scenes or the work that we want to talk about, that we just had a hard day or we had a good day or whatever. But normally we can't really talk about it with that with a family, because just in case it could be spoilers, or just in case it could be something that, work is work, family is family. But family is in the work. In the work, there's a family. So in that way, we supported each other. Like there were always times when I had a bad day, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm not sure if I delivered that scene well. Then my sister would be like,
Mhm.
I'm sure everything's all right. People have been watching this, and that's what they moved on, right? So don't worry about it. And then the same goes for her, like vice versa. Like she had a bad day, I'd be like, I tell her the same thing. And then like even after like the show was released, like she was like, don't you think like the scene was so weird for me? Like, I don't know, I felt like it wasn't so natural. I was like, really? I mean, it was fine by me.
Yeah.
Honestly, you're just being critical about yourself. Same thing for me. Like when I was looking at it, I was like, no, I don't really look. I'm not exactly. Damn, that was such a bad acting. And then she's like, no, it's fine. I think it's all right. So we just support each other in that way, basically. I was like, oh my gosh, like look at these cute little kids. And yeah, I think Anna and Minyoung, they're pretty much the same from the first day and last day, but we just got closer. And I think of them as great friends. And I'm always surprised how these young kids, they're considering their age, they're so mature, and their professionalism just is beyond phenomenal. Like they're just great, and their attitude is spot on, I think. um Especially Anna. I mean, Anna is just wow. Like she is great. She is really great, and even cute. Like Anthony. Anthony, like he started this since he was young as well, and I could tell that when he's on set, he's so professional. He was the one who also told me about all these tips about like, oh, if you mess up a line, breathe in, breathe out, it's fine. Go back
Yeah.
3 seconds or something, or go back a line or two before, and then do it again. Don't like freak out. Don't worry about it.
Hmm.
It's okay. So again, Anthony helped me in that way. Anna helped me in a lot of ways, mentally. And Minyo was always a good friend. You know, he's always like the guy. He's like a little
Hmm.
playful. I like him. Like we always dance around each other, and we have good food. Yeah, like we had the best time. The whole cast really.
I'm really looking forward to the next season. But I want to know, once you taste success, I believe that you want more, you become greedy, and you also want to experiment a lot with the kind of roles that you are being offered. I know there's another project of yours which is upcoming, but apart from that, tell me a bit, are there more projects coming in? What kind of roles are you excited to play?
Well, at the moment, the last project I was in was Gran Turismo, and that's coming out in August 11th, I think. I'm not sure. That one, I was a very small role. I didn't really have lines, but it's a phenomenal experience it was an incredible experience that I did because it was a film set and it was outdoors and everything was so fast paced and big and
Right.
unreal. Yeah, so that was an incredible experience. And at the moment, like upcoming projects, not really. There's not a lot because of the writer's strike going on at the moment. Still,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, like auditions are very slim, and even if there are roles out there, everything's on a pause. So you know what? I don't mind that. I'd rather, in this case, if someone asks me what's next right now, I need to reassess. I need to reassess what happened so far and look back at what's going on or what happened and what did I miss out on and what I need to pick up out from. So all that, I just need to reassess.
Well, that's so cool. I don't know of so many actors who can possibly balance all of this, like, have a personal life while also be a working actor. And that's amazing that you can find that balance. But correct me if I'm wrong, I feel that comes from a place where you're very secure of yourself as a
Well,
person.
well, I
And that
think
is very difficult.
in a way, like I been through a lot, as in like not like in a such a harsh way, but as in I've had a lot of experiences where I've tried to find myself. I know to a point where I know what I like and I know what I hate. And I am not afraid to say that, or I'm not afraid to show that. So in that way, it helps me also, tell myself not to lose what I believe in or not to lose my principles and all that. Um yeah, like in a way I feel like I try to be secure as possible. And with personal life and everything and juggling with work, or again, I don't mind that. I don't mind that because it's like I always thought life comes first before your career. And because of that belief, that's why I don't mind doing my personal stuff outside and people recognize me. That's
Yeah.
fine. I'm living life, mate. Like, and then when the work comes in, then I'll just work, and that's pretty much it.
Are you open to doing Korean dramas as well? I know so many people who have already manifested on your behalf that they want to see you as a lead in a Korean drama. Like you perhaps are not even thinking about it, but people have manifested that for you already. But are you actively looking out? Say a good offer comes your way to star in a K drama. Would you consider it?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I haven't had any K-drama or Korean films coming at me yet because I don't have a Korean company in Korea yet. I have an agency in the US, but yeah, I mean, I would love to work in a Korean film or a Korean drama. But no, I don't have anything at the moment with a Korean side. But yeah, I would love to participate because again, I was based in Korea. I was from Korea, so I would love to participate.
Exactly. But is there a role or a character that you have in mind that, oh, if I get to play something like this, it would be interesting?
I'm not really picky with the roles at the moment. I just want to try every role as I can and expand my emotion and as a skill as an actor. So no, I'm not really picky. I don't it's not there's not a role where I'm like I want to do this, but it's more like I want to try every role as possibly
Wow.
as I can
Okay.
and be fitting with any other casting director that wants me there. So yeah.
Are you planning to come to India anytime soon?
Yeah, I think because I have a few friends there, so I'll definitely go there. Like, and then one of my good friends recently went to India, so I'll definitely visit her and her friends.
Wow, lovely. So India is really waiting to host you anytime soon. Do come here. Thank
That'll
you
be,
so much. It was
thank you
really
so much.
lovely chatting with you.
Thank you so much for having me.